Today I'm giving you my full review of the Skechers Performance GOrun Razor 3 Hyper. That's right, the Skechers Performance GOrun Razor 3 Hyper. Wow, that's a mouthful. This is a great shoe. Now for this full review, I'll just give you a little update here. I have put in 65 miles in this shoe, and they've all been fairly fast tempo shoe, and I think there's a reason for that. Now before I get into why this shoe is a fast shoe, despite the fact that it says speed here on the side, let me go over a couple specs. You have 27 millimeters of heel stack in the rear. You've got 23 in the forefoot for a 4 millimeter drop. You've got a ripstop mesh, as they're calling it. It's definitely not your traditional type of fabric, but it's good enough. It seems to be like a good, strong fabric. Certainly not flexible by any means. Let me start with the bottom of the shoe. As far as what you get here, you're getting a basic non-Goodyear rubber in the next version, the Razor 3 Plus, that is going to be coming out in the fall of 2020. You get a Goodyear branded rubber, so maybe a little better grip, although I've never had any concerns or problems with this grip on the bottom. You have their Hyper Burst midsole. It is a great cushiony yet responsive midsole. I already mentioned the ripstop. You've got some overlays. The tongue is slightly padded, although somewhat thin, and your laces are somewhat thin and stretchy. And a heel cup here that's flexible, gives your Achilles heel enough comfort without interference. A little bit of padding along the sides here, so it's going to help hold your heel in place. And you're looking at, I believe it's 6.1 ounces or 181 grams. So this is a super, super lightweight shoe. And in fact, it's one of the lightest weight shoes that I've had the privilege to run in. So we're gonna do this ginger runner style, starting with the things that I like and then on to the things that I don't like. As for the things that I like, this shoe is lightweight. I already mentioned that. It feels fast, and it is fast. It says speed on the side, so it's definitely guaranteed to make you faster, but not because it says speed, but because this shoe is built and rewards those runners who are a little faster. I do feel that this shoe particularly comes alive when you're able to make a midfoot to forefoot strike, and then you have a slight rocker on that shoe, so it really rewards getting up on your toes and pushing through the toe off on your gait cycle. The toe box is roomy, but not so roomy that your toes are going to be moving around a lot. I mean, this shoe is really geared more towards speed, and so it helps hug your foot in place, but still gives just enough room to keep things comfortable. The heel is good. It didn't have any problems there. And lastly, for the things that I like, that Hyper Burst midsole is phenomenal. I don't know how they did it. I don't know what they did, but it is cushiony and responsive. It is super lightweight. It just feels good underfoot. I did a 20-mile run earlier today at a 7:19 per mile average pace, so just a good old steady, quick pace. And this shoe just kept me going. It felt like I didn't have a lot of weight on my feet, which was great because of the miles packed on. My feet were getting definitely tired, but they certainly weren't getting fatigued, which I think is a testament to how well this shoe is engineered. As far as some of the neutral aspects of the shoe, it's somewhat of a minimalist shoe as far as how much engineering they put into the shoe. At least that's how it appears. It seems like they have just enough engineering into the shoe that it does exactly what it needs to do. There's no extra frills and thrills and extra technology or gizmos, gadgets, or whatever you want to call it. But the shoe is built to do exactly what it needs to do. This shoe is built for speed. It is built for those tempo days, and it definitely rewards that. Now, it's not all lucky charms and rainbows, because there is one negative thing that I came across with this shoe, although it's a minor thing. The tongue, as I'd mentioned earlier, is a little thin, and the laces are a stretchy type material. And that is actually what I don't like about this shoe. I felt like it got a little hard to get the perfect lockdown feel without going too tight or too loose. And I found that across the top of my foot over time, especially on those long runs, that if it was just a little bit too tight, the top of my foot would get a little sore or tired, like there was extra pressure. I do appreciate that they have 6 lacing holes, so that tightness across the top of the foot as you cinch down and try to get that lockdown feel. It's well distributed, but it really seemed like in the upper region here, where you tie your shoe off, that there was just a little bit extra pressure on the top of my foot that began to make it a little sore, and it would take a good day or two for that to fully go away. Now, would I recommend this shoe? Absolutely. I would not, however, recommend it to somebody new to running. That's not to say that this shoe wouldn't be a potentially good choice for that type of new runner user, but I really think that this shoe rewards runners who know how to run a little bit quicker. It helps promote a mid to forefoot strike, and those types of runners who want to pick up the pace, know how to pick up the pace a little bit, and are looking for a faster shoe. Now, like I said earlier, I took this shoe on a 20-mile run and it felt great. Would I use it for a marathon? Yes, I probably would. You know, if I'm not looking for a carbon fiber and the latest and greatest $200 or near $200 shoe, yeah, absolutely. I would pick this up for $135 and use it as my marathon shoe. It's also a great trainer, and you can use it for those faster paced tempo day runs. So let me know if you have any questions. Put them down in the comments. Let me know if you've used this shoe before. How has the Razor 3 been treating you if you have used it? If you haven't, let me know if I can help out with anything, and I'd be happy to answer your questions. Like I said, leave a comment. Be sure to like and subscribe. And remember, be consistent, express gratitude, and enjoy every mile. Until next time, guys.